impulse voltage measurement by potential dividers. That is, the potential dividers or voltage dividers can be used for measuring a high voltage impulse measurement or high frequency AC measurement, or to measure the transient voltage measurement, either in a resistive nature or capacitive, or in the mixed nature. Okay. This impulse current can be measured with the help of purely resistive and capacitive and combination of R and C. Here in this figure, a potential divider with its terminal equipment is shown in this figure. Here Z1 and Z2 are impedance, and this Z1 impedance, Z1 either a resistance or a combination of these things, is connected to the CRO with the help of delay cable, which is connected to the delay cable, and this circuit shows this resistance potential divider. Here on the R1 and R2, high voltage is applied at this terminal, that is high voltage is V1 of t, then a portion of V2 of t is tapped, and through that cable here connected to the oscilloscope termination. Then here this voltage ratio is given by A equal to V1 of t divided by V2 of t, that is R1 plus R2 divided by R2, so we get that 1 plus R1 by R2. Whereas in a high frequency or impulse voltages, the ratio of frequency domain will be given by this equation. Here it consists of frequency domain. Okay. In order to avoid that, we will go for the combination of this one. We are using that capacitance C1 in order to avoid that frequency term. So this is for that overcompensated, that is C1 R1 is greater than C2 R2. Then here currently compensated, then this one shows the under compensated. And next one is the capacitance potential divider. Here capacitance C1, as like that in resistance potential divider, which is the similar one, here we are using the capacitance in order to avoid the, that is due to that presence of harmonics. To avoid that, we are using that capacitance potential dividers. Here the C1 is connected to the high voltage source, or measuring object is connected to C1, and C2 is connected to the CRO through the cable, which the equivalent circuit is shown here. Then the ratio of the capacitance divider is given by A equal to V1 of t divided by V2 of t, that is equal to 1 plus C2 by C1. Next here this capacitance voltage where this C1 is formed, and next one is the mixed RC potential divider. Here it is shown here. Okay. Here in that mixed potential divider, RC elements are used in either in series manner or parallel manner. Here R1 dash is that a number of resistance is connected in series. So we are given that R1 by N, which of equal value. Similarly, the capacitance is also connected in parallel manner. So here C1 dash equal to NC1, and we are using that. This is the total voltage. High voltage is applied across the high voltage applied is V1 of t. Then the portion of the voltage V2 of t is tapped out. Then this divider can be used up to 5 megavolts with response time less than 30 nanoseconds. Okay, this arrangement can be used to measure up to 5 MV. Then next topic is measurement of high DC currents. Here the high DC current is allowed to flow through the high value through the resistor, and here there is a drop. The drop can be measured with the help of millivoltmeter. Okay, this meter is connected to the resistor through the cable. Okay, this is the thing. That is high magnitude DC currents are measured using a resistive shunt of low ohmic value, and the voltage drop across the resistance. This voltage drop across the resistance is measured with the help of millivoltmeter, and this the value of resistance varies between 10 megohm, and the range is between 10 megohm to 100 megohm. This depends upon the heating effect and loading permitted in the circuit. And high current resistors are usually this. If you use that, high current resistors are usually oil immersed and are made as 3 or 4 terminal resistance. Here it is shown that for high current we have to use that uh, 2 or 4 resistors which are immersed in an oil, and the voltage drop across the shunt is limited to few millivolts, that is less than 1 volt in power circuit. Okay, after passing through the resistor, the voltage is reduced to less than 1 volt. The next topic is measurement of high frequency and impulse current. Then here the most common method employed for measuring high impulse current measurement is a low ohmic, here low ohmic pure resistant shunt, and here the equivalent circuit is shown here. Okay, this current through the resistance R produces a voltage drop V equal to I of t into R. Then voltage signal generated, here the voltage signal is generated, is transmitted to the CRO through coaxial cable of surge impedance Z0. Okay, that is the voltage drop across the resistance is passed through the CRO through the coaxial cable. Then the cable at the oscilloscope end is terminated by a resistance RT equal to Z0. Here the cable is terminated by a resistance to avoid reflection. We are doing that. The resistance element, because of its large dimension, will have a residual inductance. So the equivalence, the residual inductance L and the terminal capacitance C. And here the voltage drop across the shunt in the complex domain, which is given here, where S is the complex frequency or Laplace transform operator, and V of S and I of S are the transferred quantity of signals V of t and I of t. Then if you neglect that C means, you can get this equation. That is, it is noted here that the stray inductance and capacitance should be made as small as possible for better frequency response of the shunt. Okay, thank you.